okay, this is not a working man, this is a working lawyer. I get paid $500,000 a year. I save $50,000. I put it in my piggy bank. I have $500,000 in cash in the bank. I have kids and I have a future. And then all of a sudden I realize that the cost of a college education is going up at 8% a year, and my cash is yielding zero. Now, at that point, we've got the Pomp podcast telling me I'm crazy to work for dollars and save my cash. And if you take the $500,000 and the plight of the lawyer with the two kids who want to send them to Harvard and the $500,000 of cash in the bank yielding zero, and now you multiply everything by 1,000, that's me. I have $500 million company. We're making $50 million a year. I got thousands of people working as hard as they can possibly work. We're sacrificing right and left. We're squiring our pennies away. We're putting it into the bank account. There it is. And, in 2019 and before, we worried about the unknowable and we thought maybe we'll use it for something. And by the way, I'm a bit older than you. I remember when you got 5% interest overnight on your money. And it wasn't that long ago that the risk-free interest rate was 5% before the great financial crisis. And I'm like, well, I'm going to make $25, $30 million a year on this. And I kept hoping and waiting for those good times to come back. I was the guy that when the interest rates, when the 30-year T-bill interest rates started to go to 3.5%, I'm like, finally, they're going to go to 4, and then they're going to go to 5, and they're going to go back to normal, right? Normal interest rates. And then, of course, hope was dashed. It went the other way. And what happens next? Well, asset inflation goes through the roof, right? And, this entire conversation of inflation, it's really twisted because everybody talks about consumer prices, CPI, inflation. That we're not getting enough inflation. We're not getting enough inflation. Okay? Well, you're not getting inflation on YouTube and Netflix streaming videos and candy bars manufactured by robots in factories and Domino's Pizza. You're getting inflation on everything you want. If you wanted an Ivy League education, if you wanted a beachfront house in Miami, if you wanted the apartment in New York, if you wanted anything scarce, everything you want is going up 7%. And that's asset inflation. By the way, if I want a bond that's going to yield $50,000 a year, it used to cost $1 million, and this year it costs $10 million. The cost of the asset went up by 2%. No, I have a house in Miami Beach. It was a nice house built in the 1930s, and I have the deed of sale for the house. $100,000 for that house in 1930. It's gone up in price by a factor of 100.